Well, Anders Rowe, the 2025 campaign for British Speedway is just around the corner now. And as someone who does it for a living, got to be getting excited at this time of year.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get going now. It's not long till we all us riders get going, and it's sort of the last sort of couple of weeks of us. Like, we just want to get out on track now, and it's all every year. It's the same. Like, we get to a point and it's like, right, everything's coming together, and bikes and new covers and new teams and stuff, and yeah, we just want to get going and get the press day and then get racing.
From March to October, it is more or less non-stop. You're either racing or in the workshop preparing your bikes and working on fitness, stuff like that. So you've had these winter months. It's a good time to reflect and look at where you are, look at where you've come from. And if we can just do that, particularly over the last couple of years and that rising star spot in the Rowe Motor Oil Premiership, when you look now, just how proud of you are you of the progression you've made in the top flight of British Speedway over the last couple of seasons?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's the last couple of years have been like awesome for me, and last year I felt was my best season to date, and obviously every year we want to improve. And yeah, the last couple of years for me, I've been in the Rising Star berth. I spent 2 seasons at Kings Lynn. I come in halfway through 2023 for Kings Lynn, and sort of went really well and sort of got my confidence up, and they asked me to be back for 2024, and I jumped at the chance, and yeah, it was absolutely awesome. I had a lot of fun there, and the same, and just learning off all the different riders and stuff. And yeah, this year, 2025, I fancied a bit of a change, and it was sort of, I sort of got into the end of 2024 and had a lot of fun at Kings Lynn. It was sort of like, oh, I should stay at Kings Lynn, but then I wanted to make a change as well, just to sort of help me improve a little bit more as a rider, ride a different track each week. Like, I love my time at Kings, and it was brilliant. And yeah, I just thought to benefit me more, even more in my career at the sort of early stages of my career, I wanted to benefit my career more and move to a more big, wide open track. And yeah, Sheffield couldn't have been a better answer to that.
But obviously that was just something you were hoping would happen. A lot of things have to fall in place to make it happen. So how did it come about?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it always helps. Obviously, you're riding well. Teams want to sign you for the next season, and lucky enough, I was riding well, and yeah, I got offered Sheffield, and yeah, I jumped at the chance, and yeah, you look at the team we've got this year, the experience that's in the team and the top names is crazy, and to be around them boys in the pits each week, home and away and stuff, it's awesome for young riders like myself to have that sort of guide to look up to in your right next to you in your pit bay, or you have a question or like query about the track or something. You can ask and they can help you and help you that little bit more extra step in your career. And yeah, it's awesome to have that sort of backing behind you. And yeah, awesome.
You mentioned your overall performances as well, which, as we've already touched upon, got steadily improved and got better and better at that level. But particularly those performances, I think you had 3 visits to Alderton Stadium as a Kings Lynn rider. So impressive as well. I think it was, off the top of my head, I'm going to say 25 paid 28, something like that. So when you consider that against the opposition that you were up against as well, you can see why you probably stood out to the Sheffield management and promotion also.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've always loved coming to Sheffield from like you do a couple of guest meetings, and I guested for Sheffield a couple of years ago as well. And yeah, every time I've come to Sheffield, it's just an awesome racetrack and sort of a track you can really sort of get your teeth into and sort of be like just sort of ride free, and like it's such a big open space. You can ride the inside and win a race, but you could also ride the outside or the middle, or you can be fast everywhere. And yeah, you can make a gate off 1 or gate 4, 2, 3, and you can win a race. And it's just, I don't know, it's one of them tracks that you just sort of, like for me, when it's in the calendar, like last year with Kings, it's in the calendar, you're like, yeah, it's going to be fun, but it's also going to be really tough because Sheffield, each year, it's same as every team. At the start of the year, everyone wants to put the best team out on their team sheet, and yeah, Sheffield last year was a really strong team, and you were sort of going there going, it's going to be a real hard meeting, but the hard meetings to a track you really enjoy racing at is also an absolutely awesome feeling, because you're racing the top guys, but you're also having fun, and you're also winning races as well, and yeah, it sort of all just goes really nicely.
Since stepping into that rising star position as well, you have claimed a few famous scalps, and one of your most talked about races last year was holding off Ty Woofington in, I think it was Heat 4 on the one visit the Stars made as well. What did that mean to you at the time, and when you look back now as well?
I think I've probably viewed it the most out of everyone on social media. Yeah, to be honest, it was, I don't know, it's weird. It would just sort of, it felt normal in a way, but it was awesome to beat someone like Ty, but also it was like after the race, like it just sort of felt normal, like it's another rider to race at the end of the day. Yes, he is a multiple world champion, which also felt brilliant, but yeah, everyone's there to be beaten, and it doesn't matter if you're a number 1 or number 7. If you want to win races and beat whoever's put in front of you, same as any other rider in the league or world. They want to beat whoever's in front of them. Doesn't matter if it's a reserve or a number 1. And yeah, it's just all sort of, it was sort of just all sort of happened. It was good fun, and like I was enjoying my racing, and I made an awesome start for gate 1, and just basically held it flat out, and yeah, it just sort of bike control, and sort of just like watching that video. I've probably watched it way over 100 times. I can see so like mistakes in my racing. Like I knew Ty was behind me, and I knew it was Ty, and just some like little like coming out of turns, I was locking the bike up a little bit, and I sort of look at it two ways, going, that's a mistake, but also it did slow Ty down a bit. Maybe if I'd have not pulled that locker, he might have been able to get that couple more mile an hour and pass me. So little bits like that, and it's cool to be able to, obviously it's recorded obviously, and to be able to watch it back is an awesome sort of feather in my cap. But also you can learn so much from the race, especially having like Ty behind you, to watch the lines he's riding, and like he was going in a little bit wider than me, and he was gaining a lot more speed, but I was going in tighter and running up and stopping him, and just things like that. It's awesome to be able to sort of watch and learn. And like I watched so many meetings of past and present of different meetings around different tracks and stuff, and yeah, just the different riding styles of everyone as well, and just the way people ride the bike and tracks. It's yeah, it's cool.
And in 2025, Ty Woofington is obviously going to become a teammate of yours alongside Jack Holder, Chris Holder, Josh Pickering. And when you look at the team on paper, obviously they're the top 4, it stands out. And then there's yourself, Daniel, and obviously Leon Flint in the rising star position. So it is kind of split. For yourself, if Sheffield go with the lineup on paper that they used to, don't make too many changes, you'll no doubt start the season at number 2. But that's not a strange position either, because you actually had some meetings there for the Stars last year. So can you use those previous experiences to bring you into this year?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like you just said, our top 4 is world class, and yeah, having like Ty in the pits, Jack, Chris, even Pico, having them guys next to you in the pits is priceless. Even if it's like, yeah, we've been to these tracks many times, but they've been there a few more than, like, for me, for myself, and maybe Leon and Daniel, they might have been there a couple more times. And just that sort of, to have that sort of in the pits, them guys, is a confidence boost. They even just walk in the track, they might notice stuff that you don't even, you just walk past it, that's nothing. But they will notice and say, look, there's going to be a hole created there, you need to turn a bike length later or something. And yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, for me, number 2 doesn't bother me. I actually quite like it, because you're out in the first race, I'll be off the inside, gate 1 or 2, home or away. And yeah, I finished the season with Kings Lynn at number 2 last year, and to be honest, I actually liked it more than reserve. It was more just a different year in different races. Yeah, you race the same guys, but you're racing with the number 1, and yeah, it's just nice to have that, a bit more competition, some more harder races and stuff, and yeah, to help me progress. And that's the way you got to do it. Step from rising star to number 2 and work your way up the team, and that's what I want to do.
Before we move on to another couple of subjects, just one final thing on the Sheffield front. Recently in Speedway Star, Simon Stead has been talking about this old family connection that the Steads and the Rowes have got as well, something that people might not know about or might have forgotten about. Was that something else that attracted you to wanting to come to Sheffield?
Yeah, definitely. You know, my dad used to work for Simon when he raced, and we've got a great relationship with Simon and his family, and yeah, for me that was just an extra thing to get me to sign. It's awesome to have someone like Steady on as a team manager, even if he wasn't a team manager. To have someone on your side like that is priceless. Like he's GB, one of GB's team managers, and yeah, to have that sort of person that he's been there, done it, had the T-shirt, he's been racing, he's raced in some best races in the world, and yeah, to have someone like him and his dad as well around you is absolutely brilliant. That was just an extra sort of like toffee on the pudding.
Yeah, and we know you took a short stint with Glasgow in the Cab Direct Championship as well last year, but missed quite a chunk of second-tier racing, but going to be heading back to that, and also a club you know very well, Poole. Was that an easy decision when that was put to you?
Yeah, you know, I finished 2024, signed for Glasgow. Yeah, they needed a rider, and I wanted to do some more racing, and yeah, I jumped at the chance, and yeah, I can't thank Glasgow enough for signing me for the end of the season. It was brilliant. It just gave me that extra bit of meetings, and yeah, I had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was good fun. Glasgow, awesome racetrack, and yeah, it was just nice to get back in that league and sort of dip my foot back into that league, and yeah, I had a lot of fun, and yeah, this year for 2025, I decided to sign back with Paul, and yeah, I'm really happy with my decision. The track's brilliant, the management, everything's good, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting racing now.
Yeah, and just finally, going to be back out in Poland quite regularly as well. Whenever we speak to young British riders, it's kind of mixed experiences as well, but you're someone who's found the experiences out there very positive, both at the senior level and the so-called junior league as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, for all us riders around the world, we all want to race in Poland, as well as other countries as well. But I think the main one on a lot of our radars is Poland. And yeah, I'm lucky enough to get the chance to race over there as well as race in England, my home country. And yeah, it's awesome. You know, racing in the under 24 league, and also last year getting my debut in the extra liga as well. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it opens your eyes to how sort of like, it's hard to explain. It's sort of like over here you ride differently, like you still race, but over there it's like, wow, it's different. It's I don't know, it's just a different way of racing the bike, and like it's helped me over here no ends, like especially on the bigger tracks like Sheffield and Bellevue and places like that. It's totally changed me as a rider over the last couple of years, riding over in Poland, just sort of learning new techniques, different sort of seating positions on the bike, even just down to little tiny bits like seat sizes and all the little bits that you'd think wouldn't matter make such a difference. And yeah, it's awesome. Like over there you can practice and stuff, and practice makes perfect at the end of the day. And if you can get as much bike time as possible and have fun while you're doing it, and keep winning them races as well, and yeah, it's good.
Well, Anders, it's great to hear from you. Thanks for speaking to us, and we wish you all the best for the 2025 season.
Thank you.